Today, from Ford Field in Detroit, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports. Washington football team.
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington football team and the Detroit Lions. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business. And now, Stephen Hauschka now about set to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. That'll be taken about a yard deep. He'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They are led out by an 8-time Pro Bowler in his 16th season out of Cal. It's Aaron Rodgers.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss. Okay, and he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Taken down.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. On play action, Rodgers. And he's going to go down again.
Aaron Rodgers sacked.
Now, I know we're only 2 plays in, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, something has to change with the protection, and they can't wait to halftime to make an adjustment.
Open man is Howard, the tight end. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Certainly not the start they were looking for offensively, coming off that loss last week on the road.
And they didn't do their job. They're going to feel poorly about that. But what they're going to do is look at the defense and say, can you pick us up here? And let's face it, defenses can score. We've seen it, right? They can take the ball away, create a big-time opportunity. Let's see if they can get that done.
Yeah, just something to jumpstart this home crowd. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner, Darius Slay. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Washington will take over 1st and 10.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Fresh off the pick six, it's Tannehill. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. Pretty fortunate there. The interception that ended the last drive, and then boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call him to question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked.
On the play. And it's third.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Sheldon Rankins make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Brings up second and 10.
Throwing again. Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Now Rodgers. That's caught by Howard. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
That's good.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
The ball carrier.
The numbers for Zeke from last week. 17 carries, 58 yards, and a score.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes a leading rusher.
And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. A gain of 13. It's a first down. In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 37-yard line. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
The 39-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. They'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Here's Elliott. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
He was taken down by Reuben Foster. A gain of 2. Brings up
from the 16. Rodgers. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
And 1.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
Good.
And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's first and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
Now Elliott. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Ezekiel Elliott, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 22 carries, 98 yards, and a score. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
Back at the 29.
That last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. From the gun, here's Tannehill. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Returnable for Grant. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Lions will take over.
1st and 10.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And he finds Howard complete. 3 yards the gain there. 2nd down.
Complete to O.J.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. At the 36-yard line.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Jonathan Allen in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
They did a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Oh, no.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Running with Kamara. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Alvin Kamara, the ball carrier.
You're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Washington, nothing.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. Oh, but he'll be stopped well short of the first down marker, and it's a turnover on downs.
At their own 39-yard line.
Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is it allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them, no matter how many people are put in his direction. It just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. 11 yards there, first down. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
4 yards. That's another Detroit Lions
A first down carry by Elliott. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
The tackle made by Christian Kirksey. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 26-yard line.
To throw on second and 6. Rodgers. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Gonzalez to add the PAT.
Extra point.
And it is now 21-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions.
10-0.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. On the return, Deontay Harris. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Washington will take over first and 10.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
40 on the tackle. It's a gain of 2 yards.
From the gun on third down, Tannehill. It's caught. Shepard. And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, Washington.
Pass complete.
Sterling Shepard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit, because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and the result, a touchdown for Washington. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Lions take over first and 10.
Aaron Rodgers. We focus on him for our players spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well. But the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with a quarterback on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
At the 35.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the shotgun again to Elliott. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
At the 39-yard line.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 40-yard line.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. He'll go underneath here to Elliott. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
That's good for a Lion.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They run with the former Buccaneer. It's Peyton Barber. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He was tackled at the 27.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got Snead.
Willie Snead.
And they'll get this down to the 10. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Rodgers now on 1st down. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
A big loss.
1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he finds a man on the crossing route.
Complete to Willie
Only
Snead.
3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
O.J. Howard.
That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Yards.
Got a man, it's Berrios, complete. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
26-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Brought in left side by Snead. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
A gain of 4.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3-and-out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Rodgers now on first down. Over the middle to Smith. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Devontae Adams. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Here's Harris to return it. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. We'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing again on second down. Tannehill. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Again, Tannehill. And yes, he found Torlolo. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 36. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In our game has been Aaron Rodgers, who was on target in the first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. There to stop him was Darius Leonard. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They run it again with Kamara.
Alvin Kamara, the ball carrier.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Ezekiel Elliott, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 31. 1-yard gain.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete.
Rodgers' pass complete to O.J. Howard.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. As he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for Willie Snead. Incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Makes the score Lions 34. Washington 7.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Takes over 1st and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
Carrier.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
On the carry.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. Marching back onto the field now, Devontae Adams and company getting set to go. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once, but boy, he can explode it any moment.
Yeah, when you hit that end zone once,
once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
At the 29-yard line.
Elliott. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 31, Rodgers. Smith catches left side.
Rodgers pass. Complete to Jonnu Smith.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Well, they had him bottled up, but here's a late flag, and a face mask is going to get a much better starting position.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Washington.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
He was brought down by
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
2nd and 5 now. Tannehill. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
The Lions take over.
And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 25-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, that's caught by Howard. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards there, 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit. They'll run with Elliott. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards.
2-yard line.
On 1st down, Rodgers. Caught by Snead over the middle. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Willie Snead. It's a pickup of 6.
From the 35 back to work on 2nd and 4.
At the 35-yard line.
Draw play, Elliott. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
A loss of 2. Brings up third down and 6.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And he's got his man. That's Landry.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line.
It's 14. We're back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line.
Rodgers pass.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
A gain of 5 brings up
from the 9, 2nd and 5.
At the 9-yard line.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line.
Jabari Zuniga
in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and
Rodgers now going to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted.
Tre'Davious White picks it off.
they'll take over first.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Here's Tannehill. That's complete to the tight end, Broniker. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Brings up 2nd and 3. At the
looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And
Tannehill on 3rd down. Fighting through pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sheldon Rankins make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Ezekiel Elliott, the ball carrier. He was taken down by Reuben Foster. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd.
Again, it's Elliott.
At the 27-yard line.
And he's going to be stopped close to the 1st down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now it's Rodgers. And he finds Howard complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Working from the gun. Rodgers. This goes to Barber, the running back. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And it's caught. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions just continue to pour it on as that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. And he puts it through. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
6. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On the tackle. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
That's good for a Lions. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. This will be caught inside the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
On 2nd and goal, Rodgers. This is caught. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Here's Harris to return it. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Washington takes over 1st and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
He hits his target. It's the tight end, Toilolo. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Off play action, Tannehill. Got him out, it's Barrios complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Washington first down.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Harris has it over the middle. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Detroit, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Washington, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.